Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you another book haul. This will, dear God, I hope be the last one for a little bit. At least like the last substantial haul. I might grab a book here and there throughout the next few months, but it won't be anything like what this is and what the last one was. So I'm gonna start with something that's super big and bulky. I really loved, I've read the first two books from the Lunar Chronicles series by Marissa Meyer, and so I grabbed all of them on Target.com. Yeah, so I don't know the orders that they're in, but these are different covers than the one that I had originally read. I don't know which one I like better. I like the steampunkness to this, but I really like the classic covers that they had. But anyway, so I have Cinder. These are all by Marissa Meyer. Cinder, Cress. I also have Fairest, which I believe this is like a novella. This is Levana's story. The only two I've read are the first two, so I don't know anything else, but Fairest. Scarlet, which I think this was the second one. Like I said, I don't know, I don't remember the order offhand, but I think, okay, so, I found it. So the order is Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, Stars Above, Fairest, and then there's also a freaking coloring book. Dude, there's graphic novels? And then the Renegades trilogy. Anyway, so this is book 2, Scarlet. I believe Cress is the third one. Let me consult here, because I think that was the one I was supposed to read next, and just, yes, Cress is the third one. And then I have Winter and Stars Above. I'm so sorry if you can hear my daughter in the background. She is a theater girl and loves to sing, so you'll probably hear her singing. She was just in SpongeBob the Musical. They filmed it. It was COVID friendly. It was great. It was a lot of fun. She had a blast doing it. She still sings the songs all day. So on Tuesday, the next book in the Crave series by Tracy Wolff came out. So I had to go to Barnes & Noble to pick it up. So this is Covet. And I fell in love with this series over quarantine. So I read the first two during quarantine. Well, the first one came out during quarantine, then the next one came out, I think it was either October or November, and then this is the third one. And I'm obsessed. Like, it's so good. I only want to read, which is good. It's better than sitting in front of the TV all day, right? So next I have Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second in the Darkest Minds trilogy. I don't know if it's a trilogy, but in the Darkest Minds series. I read the Darkest Minds over quarantine as well, and I was at Barnes & Noble the other day getting Covet, and so I just figured I would grab the next one. I really like Darkest Minds. It was kind of a cool story, so I'm kind of interested to see how the next book progresses. Next, I have The Chill by Scott Carson. This was one of the Barnes & Noble, I think it was the monthly pick for March from Barnes & Noble, and so the monthly picks were buy one, get one 50% off, so I grabbed this one, and then I also grabbed the new Natasha Preston, young adult novel, The Lake. So I got half off one of them, I don't know which one. It was half off this one. But both are, this is supposed to be kind of like spooky, mystery. This is supposed to be YA, mystery, fun. So we'll see. So next I have the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. She's the one that also did Six of Crows, that duology. So I kept seeing this everywhere, and I'll be honest, I was just like, you know, this really seems right up my alley. I think I'm just gonna grab the full set. So Amazon had it and I picked it up because why not? I think that might have been an accident. I think it might have been in my cart and then I ordered something and then this came too. That happens a lot. So the next two things I have are in the same series. I grabbed the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I grabbed the first book and the second book, The Hollow City. Everybody says that these are so good, and I'll be honest, I'm so intrigued by them, and like kept seeing them. I'm like, I really should grab one and just power through and read it. But I saw it and I was like, yep, that's gonna happen today. So I grabbed both. Shocking, I know. I also have the Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. This, I kept seeing everywhere on Bookstagram and on BookTube. Everybody keeps talking about it. It didn't seem like something that I would really enjoy. And then I kind of read the sleeve and I was like, you know what? This could be really fun. So I grabbed it, I picked it up, because why not support your local bookstore? And I don't mean Barnes & Nobles. I have a local bookstore. It's called An Unlikely Story. It's in Plainville, Massachusetts. It is owned by the author of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I believe his name is Jeff Kinney. So hopefully that won't be going anywhere soon. I love going there. It is one of my favorite things to do if I'm having a really bad day. I will go to that bookstore. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I think it was last Friday, I had a really, really rough day and I went to the bookstore and of course, bookstores make me feel better. I don't know what it is. It was like the moment I walked in, I was just like, like it felt so good to be in there. The next book I have for you is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I cannot wait to read this. I have loved the other books that I've read by her, and this just seems super intriguing, and I know that everybody's been obsessed with this series, so I can't wait to dive into it. The next book I have for you is City of Ghosts by Victoria Schwab. This is a middle grade novel. So when I walked into An Unlikely Story, the girl who counts and like lets you know you have to come out the same door because of COVID, lets you know the COVID regulations, we'll say. She was reading the third book that is yet to be released, but coming out soon in this series, and she's like, oh, it's so good. She's like, it's middle grade, but they're super quick reads, but they're really fun to read. So I was like, okay, so I picked it up. I picked up the first one. And the last thing I have for you is The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce. I am seeing this everywhere right now. People were upset that it wasn't one of the March Book of the Month picks, February Book of the Month picks, but it was a Reese Witherspoon book club pick for February, so I don't know much about it. I know it's a mystery book, and I like mystery novels lately. They've been like a go-to for me, so I wanted to grab it because why not? And I know I said that was the last thing, but I did forget I have my March Book of the Month box that I grabbed 3 books. So I grabbed the March Book of the Month and then 2 add-ons. So let me show you which ones I grabbed. I don't know if it was the cover that drew me into this one or that people can't stop talking about it, but I grabbed The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Know very little about it, if anything, but I keep seeing it everywhere, but like, look at the cover. The cover's so pretty. And like, yeah, I'm one of those people that will sometimes judge a book by its cover. Another March pick this month was Too Good to Be True by Carola Lovering. I may have butchered her name. But when I read like the little synopsis, the little blurb that Book of the Month gives you, they don't give you too much to go on. But I was intrigued by both this and The Lost Apothecary, so I was excited that I could also add this one. Yes, it was another $9.99, but I was able to add this on, and it looks so good, and I can't wait to dive into this one. I can't wait to dive into Lost Apothecary, and then I really can't wait to dive into the next one because I've never read anything by this author. So the next book I have for you is called Final Girls by Riley Sager. Everybody kept saying on the Book of the Month forum, but Facebook group, I guess, how good this book was. And so I read that it was like a slasher flick. Like if you like slasher flicks, you'll like this. So I do. I love slasher flicks. I don't know why. But I was just like, yeah, you know what? That seems like a fun summer read when I'm camping and in the woods. So I grabbed this as well. Well, guys, that is it for my book haul. This will probably be it for March for book hauls, because if I bring any more books home, I may need to find a new place to live. My mom's got room in Texas, but it's really hot down there. I don't want to move to Texas. But I feel like my husband will kick me out if I don't stop my book buying. Don't get me wrong, I am selling things on my Mercari website and on Poshmark and on Facebook, but not as much as I bring in. So there's that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.